Hello, dear student. Today we will start our new subject, which called the modern history of Uzbekistan. By learning this subject, you can get information about history of Uzbekistan and government structures and others. Let's start today's topic. Our first topic, introduction, the subject, objectives and tasks of the academic courses, the modern history of Uzbekistan, as well as the theoretical and methodological principles, social and political process in Uzbekistan on the eve and gaining independence. Today's our lesson specialized for 2 hours. History is, what is it history? I think it's for everyone, this question interesting. What is it history? History is an Arabic origin word that means events and occurrences that happened in the past. The history provides information about the past of human life from ancient time up to the present days and explains how today's society was shaped. Okay, history. Our our goal is to learn a lesson and not to repeat the mistakes that were made in the past. What does it mean? We learn history because don't repeat the mistakes that were made in the past, and history learns past events. There is no future without historical memory, and history instills in us a sense of pride. Islam Abdughaniyevich, our first president Uzbekistan, who contribute a lot for independence of our country, mentioned that history, regardless of who they are, if every member of society knows their past well, such people cannot be misled or influenced by various ideologies. The lessons of history teach person vigilance and strengthens their will. Periodization of history. History divided several periods. First period, history of ancient period. Second, history of medieval period. Third, history of the modern period. And last period, history of contemporary period. History of Uzbekistan divided several stages. Ahmad Al-Askarov, academic by historical science, divided history several stages. Yes, first stage it is a primitive common period. Second stage, primitive tribal period. Next, early middle age. Next, middle age. And next, colonialism and national awakening period, Soviet rule period, period of national independence buildings and democratic state and civil society. Okay, Uzbekistan in the past called such kind of names. For example, Uzbekistan, Central Asia, Turkestan, Mavaran Turan, Khorasan. It is historical name of Uzbekistan, which people called in the past our territory, our country. Okay, study the history, materials sources, archaeological, ethnographical, anthropological sources, and written sources, inscriptions, manufactures, books. Subject of discipline, the object of study of the discipline. We must look all of them. Firstly, we discuss the subject of discipline, the specific political, historical culture and socio-economic process within this object and their role in the life of society. And second, the object of study of the discipline in the most recent history of Uzbekistan, meaning the events and occurrences that have taken place since 1991, the discipline goals, objective and direction are defined in relation. The goal of the teaching the subject. The modern history of Uzbekistan is not demonstrate the significant change and fundamental reforms that have occurred in the Republic of Uzbekistan during the years of the independence, as well as highlight the role of population, including student, youth, society, and their self-awareness. The task of teaching the subjects. The task of teaching the subjects. Every subject has own task, has own goals. The main task of this subject, the modern history, are to explain students to the complex situation and arose in Uzbekistan on the eve of independence, as well as the essence of the reforms, state governance, social, economic, political, spiritual, and other sectors during the years of independence. Our next information: the theoretical and methodological foundation of the subjects, the modern history of Uzbekistan. Scientific, theoretical, and principles serve the accurate writing of history of the homeland and emergence of historical trust. You know that every subject, especially history, it's very important. Write and explain the history in the reality. It is very important, and our subjects do this principle. Okay. And second, the methodology of the history discipline is a program that provides the only correct way to bring historical trust to life and ensure the accurate writing of history. Preparing the modern history of Uzbekistan. For everyone, it's interesting when and how was established this subject. When established this subject. Okay. First, according to the decree date December 13, 1996, the decision was made to prepare the contemporary history of Uzbekistan. In 2000 years, the history of independent Uzbekistan was published by the Shark Publishing House. During the period of scale of events, our country history, the pace of growth have set the task for science and education to study they systematically. The adaptation of a resolution of President of the Republic Uzbekistan on January 97, 2012, titled on the establishment of Republic Council on Modern History Uzbekistan. After these events, our government started to establish this subject. In the present resolution, as I mentioned, that President of Uzbekistan mentioned that to preparing this subject. Okay. In the present resolution, in the objective is to systematically organize to the study of modern history in Uzbekistan, grounded in the principles of historism and objectivity. It is very important two principles. First, historism and objectivity. Okay, this initiative aims to avoid it one-side perspectives and dogmatic interpretations when assessing the historical past and present of the Uzbekistan people who boast a rich culture, heritage, and have made significant contribution to the development of the world civilization. It is our main part. In the resolution, accordingly, scientific community of Uzbekistan was tasked with preparing education, scientific and instructional methodological literature, coordinating the publishing of new generation materials. As I mentioned, it is our first president of Uzbekistan. He was mentioned that history is the foundation of a national spiritual values. He is our current president, Shavkat Mirziyoyev. Shavkat Mirziyoyev said that every sovereign state possesses its own unique history and culture. The true creation and author of this history and culture is rightfully the people of that country. Thank you for attention, dear students. By this presentation, I hope you get more information about our new subject. Thank you very much for attention.